Okay, so for something that's not completely KTM 390 related, I thought I'd have a little bit of a talk about some gear, particularly riding gear. I was at about 500 miles last week on this KTM. I know I got to hit the 600 mile mark to get it in for its first service, which I need to do because in a few weeks I'll be heading out for a trip that's probably going to run me about maybe 2,500 miles. So I wanted to get all that done before I go out on that long trip with this bike. So I decided to ride down to Silverton, um, and then from Silverton down to Albany, and this is in Oregon. It was supposed to be about a 30% chance of rain, so I'm expecting a little bit of drizzle. And so the coat that I've been wearing for many years now is this coat right here. It's a Built coat. It's supposed to be an all-weather coat, and it's supposed to be waterproof. I have in the past ridden through some pretty good rainstorms in this coat and been dry, but this time was not the case. I arrived in Albany absolutely drenched. I was soaked. Those are the pants that I always wear, riding pants. Of course, they're all-weather pants too. They're supposed to be waterproof and everything, and the gloves that I wear. Another Built product. I do shop at Cycle Gear. I find that they're pretty good value because I always buy my gear in person. I don't order, riding gear online ever, just because they all, you got to be able to try the stuff on, especially helmets. So I get there, I'm absolutely soaking wet, I'm freezing, and I'm doing everything I can to warm up, and I'm cussing at myself because I got to ride all the way back home, and it's about a 140-mile round trip. And so I'm cussing at myself for not replacing my gear sooner. And the fact of the matter is, it's not that I'm cheap, because I'm not. It's that stuff gets comfortable the more you wear it, like your favorite pair of jeans or your baseball cap, you know what I mean? It gets comfortable as you wear it. So I like this coat. This coat is comfortable for me. I've always liked it. And so I enjoy wearing it. But unfortunately, it kind of gave up the ghost on me. And so I went down on Saturday and I picked up some a whole new set of gear right here. This is all by, I think it's Sedici. Yep, this is all Sedici stuff. I've bought a lot of Sedici stuff through the years. I've probably bought 5 Sedici helmets. I like carbon fiber. I like light helmets, and so I've probably got, I don't know how, I think maybe I bought 3 or 4 of those helmets. And Sedici, for whatever reason, different helmet brands kind of fit different head shapes better. Shoei helmets do not fit me very well. AGVs don't. Nolan's fit okay, but Sedici was a brand that I found always seemed to fit really good. So I went down and I bought all this new gear. I bought it at Cycle Gear here in Portland. It was, I think, a grand total of like $480 for the jacket and the pants, which is pretty good. I don't want to spend. I know people that'll spend $900 or $1,000 on a coat. I guess I could, but I don't see the point. I just don't. Maybe if I'm riding around the world, I might do something like that, but I don't. I ride on the weekends mostly, and the occasional long trip like the one I'm going on in a couple of weeks. So $480, somewhere in that ballpark. Cycle Gear had a deal where if I bought a membership to the RPM club or something, it's a $60 membership, and if I bought that membership, then it would give me 10 to 15% off of everything else. So believe it or not, it dropped the price of the coat and the pants down to the point where it came out to about the same price. So I got the membership, and now I get that discount on everything. It is a paid membership, though, so every year you would have to pay that $60, which is fine because I usually end up spending enough money that it kind of justifies that. So I went with this particular brand and this particular setup because not only can you remove the thermal lining, but you can also remove the waterproof membrane. This is super important, being able to take that membrane out. When I go from cold climates to hot climates and I can't remove the membrane, then you just sit there and you just basically cook in your own juices like a stewed chicken. It's miserable. This coat, my old coat, you can't remove the waterproof portion. You can only remove the thermal portion. So I'm really excited about that. especially because I'm going to go from cold, high elevation stuff down to low elevation stuff where I'm going to basically sweat my ass off. I did pick up a new pair of gloves too. They're a built product too, and my old ones were built, but again, the membrane I think is given out. They say, oh, you got to spray the waterproofing on. No, I don't. I don't like the waterproofing. In fact, I hate the waterproofing. I hate the way it smells. I hate the way it attracts dust. Everything gets dirty in about 8 minutes on it, just sitting on the coat rack. I'm not down with that. I don't like that stuff. So I'd rather not spray anything on my gear to make it waterproof if I can help it. But that's about it. And incidentally, I have no sponsors. I have no nothing. I'm just giving you this as my opinion and my position and what I end up doing and how I'm comfortable riding and what kind of gear I like to ride in. Obviously, the gear is number one, safety. But if it's not comfortable, people just don't wear it. So it's got to be comfortable and provide the safety factor. The coat, armored elbows, armored shoulders, on the back. It's not CE armor, but it is foam armor, or it's the foam padding that they put in the back instead of a spine protector. I've used both, and I mean I've had accidents where a spine protector would have really saved me a lot of damage on my body. So I always try to get that at least. Of course, I'm not going to be doing Warp 5 like I'm on a racetrack or anything. I think that's about it. Until next time, folks, keep the helmet side up.